Sup, playa? So I texted you today, and I told you that it was gonna be a pretty nasty video. Um, so yeah, I thought I would tell you about my tonsillitis experience, which happened, like, I don't even know. I don't even remember. Oh my gosh. It was my senior year of high school. So it was 2011. Wow. Holy crap. It's already been that long. Yeah, because I got strep. In a week. No, that's not right. I feel like that's not right. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so sometime in my life, I got strep from a teacher, my favorite teacher actually. Um, well, I'm not really sure if it was from her, but she had it and nobody knew, and then she was out for a week, and then I got it, and it came on like rapidly too. So I went to the doctor, got a strep test, rapid strep test. It said that it was negative or positive, right? So then they put me on an antibiotic, and it goes away for like a week. Then like a week later, it comes back, and they say that it's not strep, and I'm like, well, what could it be? So then I like start freaking out, and they put me on another antibiotic, but it never went away. At this point, like my tonsils were huge. It was senior year because I remember. So my tonsils were like huge, and I couldn't drink, like I could not swallow. And so my mom like was freaking out because I was getting dehydrated because I've already gone like a day and a half without like eating or drinking. And when I did eat or drink, it was very, very painful, and I hated every bit of it. So, we went to this ear, nose, and throat guy, a couple minutes away, couple meaning 30, and you don't really even need to know that, because you're never gonna go to this guy. But, yeah, so we went to this guy, and he told me that I had tonsillitis, which is the inflammation of tonsils. And I was like, well, duh, I think I can, understand that, because I can't really swallow. But, so what he had to do, it was so nasty. What he did was he took the scalpel. Okay, first, like, he numbed my tonsils with the Novocaine. Hurt like crap. Like, I never want to feel pain like that ever again. Because my tonsils were already tender. Um, it was horrible. And so he numbed them, and then he took a scalpel, you know what a scalpel looks like. He took that, and he cut a slit in each of my tonsils on the back side, on the front side, but in the back of my mouth. Um, my throat hurts now. This is my whole, building up to my whole story. Anyway, so he cut that, and then he was like, well, we're just gonna let the pus, like, drain out, right? So I sat in the waiting room for, like, 10 minutes. Then he came back in. He came back in with a syringe, like a big syringe, like, the hole of the needle, you could see through it. And he he went into my tonsils, and he started pulling out all this nasty fluid and pus and nasty and snot, and well, I don't know if it was snot, but it was nasty and gross, and it smelled nasty. Ugh, it was gross, and my mom like couldn't even watch, and I'm just like, oh my god. So he did that, and meanwhile this is like right in front of my face, so like I have to watch it. Like, I mean, I could have closed my eyes, but at the same time, like, I want to know what he's doing. And so he pulls it out, and there's like this much in the syringe of just like this yellow and white and blood. There's blood in it, and it's nasty. And he's like, oh god. And so he cut it, and he pulled it out. He did that a couple times actually. He took the syringe and he did that a couple times. And then he was like, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see if the drainage has gone down. Because the whole purpose of the slits was to make like holes so the pus would drain. It turns out that we go back tomorrow. It still hasn't gone down, but I can still swallow a little bit. So I was like drinking water. And they gave me a steroid shot in my butt. That was awesome. They made me stand up for it. And I was like, well, my muscles are tense if I stand up. I don't want to do it standing up. But they made me do it standing up. So I got a shot in my butt. And he did the syringes again, and I'm like, oh, I cannot do this. Except this time I knew what to expect, so it really wasn't that bad. But, yeah, so that happened, and, it finally went down after a bit, but it was so disgusting. Like, I sent pictures, I feel so bad for my friend. Well, I don't talk to this person anymore, but, I sent, like, I would, like, it was so weird, the way that he cut the slits, like, they were vertical slits, right? And anytime that I would, like, I guess, like, try and pull up a loogie, I guess, it's the only way that I can describe it, but if I would try and do that, like, I could feel the pus, like, coming out, or the shit, whatever the shit was in front of my tonsils. I could feel it, like, pulling out of my tonsils, and all of that would just sit in my mouth, and so I would spit it into this glass, and then I'd take a picture of it, and I send it to my friend, this person, and no, she was just like, what the heck, like, stop doing this, and I did that to her a couple times, and I was like, yeah, you should so come and visit me while I'm sick, and she didn't, but it was, it was so gross. Like, if it was not my own stuff, I don't think that I would be able to handle it, which is weird because I'm trying to go into dental hygiene and that involves a mouth. But like that was like tonsils and it was stuff that wasn't supposed to be there. So it was interesting. But the reason I'm telling you this is because I actually hang on, I'll have to research it because there actually is like a real thing to it. It's called like tonsil stones or tonsilloliths. And what it is actually like when, okay, so your tonsils are a gland, obviously, and they have like pockets inside of them. And, hang on, I'm trying to read. What causes it? Okay, so what causes it is your tonsils are filled with nooks and crannies where bacteria and other materials, including dead cells and mucus, can be trapped. When this happens, the debris can become concentrated in white formations that occur in the pockets. Tonsil stones are formed when this trapped debris hardens or calcifies. This tends to happen most often in people who have chronic inflammation in their tonsils or repeated bouts of tonsillitis. So, the reason for me telling you that I have tonsillitis and that I had tonsillitis was because I feel like I have these tonsil stones now, and the reason that I say this, it's gross, was one day I was eating food, then I was like coughing, and all of a sudden like this hard ball of like, it looked like cauliflower, which is one of the things that it describes as, but it like projectiled out like, oh, it was so gross. It was so nasty. I can't even believe I'm talking about this and that you're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, what the heck? But anyway, so that's been happening. And then when I look back in there, there's like a white patch. But it's not like the strep white patch. It's like a white patch that can be removed. So I took some, this is gonna sound gross, but I cleaned the tweezers first of all. So I clean the tweezers and I go back there and I have to pull it out. And it's nasty. It's really gross. But I have to get it out because like what it is like nastiness. And I think it's because my tonsils are inflamed because like the pressure changes and also it is like February and I normally get sick and I did have a head cold a couple weeks ago. So I feel like it's from that. But I've been drinking a lot of water, which is good. Gotta stay hydrated. So yeah, I've been doing that and then I've also like taken Airborne. I don't know if you know what Airborne is, but you should. It's like a herbal supplement. And I'm also on a vitamin supplement now. My mom convinced me to take vitamins. She didn't really have to convince me. She just gave me a pill box and she's like, here, take these. So, been taking those. But yeah, so that is the video of the day, and I believe that this may be the longest video that you've ever had. It is 9 minutes and 10 seconds. Also, I'm making this video in the middle of the day. My grandma Granny and my mom went to Publix to go get pizza, because it's pizza night at our house. My brother and Ashley are gonna come over. Yeah, and I might Skype Morgan, which I'm really happy about, because, you know, I like to see that face sometimes. But, well, more than sometimes. She's gonna see this and be like, Anyway, so yeah, that's it. If that works out, I don't know if it will work out, because my brother might be here till late, but I'll just ditch them and be like, I'm going to bed, and then Skype Morgan. But yeah, that was the video today. I made $7 to the Cheyenne Travel Fund. What else? that's about it. Work was okay. Work was not that bad. I thought it was gonna be really bad, but like the last hour was really bad just because like we didn't really have that many customers, and it was like counting down like in school to the weekend because I have weekends off. So I was just like, I want to get out of here. So that happened. But yeah, that was your video, or this is your video of the day. Hooray! Okay, bye. Love you. Miss you. I don't know what else to say. Okay, bye.